Next Wednesday.
What is going on?
Sistas holds nothing back.
Jacqueline is a professional. A professional whore?
For the unforgettable.
I mean, why can't we just do it our way?
I think we should.
Midseason.
You're not ready.
Don't project on me.
Finale.
It wouldn't be a problem if we were married.
I feel like I've known you forever.
Feel the same.
What are you doing?
This is a lot, right?
I love you, Karen.
Love you too, Zach.
Tyler Perry.
All right, Sistas fans, this upcoming episode is the Season 3 Mid-Season Finale, Season 3, Episode 11, entitled Unlock It. Andy has a sudden change of heart after another one of Gary's antics strikes home. And, well, the Episode 10 cliffhanger was her walking into her bedroom, discovering Gary and two women, one specifically on top of him, in her bed. And in the preview, she's going off, she's fighting the women. She's, talking to Gary, like, how people have wanted her to talk to Gary for quite a while. And I think one of them, the therapist is the one that says Karen is a professional. And then Andy's like, yeah, what, a professional whore? So it's kind of interesting that this woman's name's Karen. I don't know why Tyler used these similar names within the same show, but whatever. So the question is, what exactly does Andy do next? But what we do know is that there's a scene where her and Robin apparently are at the office, and he's saying, I feel like I've known you forever, and she says, I feel the same, and it looks like they're about to embrace and kiss. So obviously there's a falling out with Gary. Now, I don't know the reason for this. I don't know if it's a situation, well, obviously I know the reason for why there's a falling out. It's just a matter of, is Andy finally going to kick Gary to the curb? Is he going to try to flip the narrative on her like it's her fault? I mean, to be honest, if I were Andy, I would be looking for a new place. There's a lot of turmoil going on in that apartment, specifically the bedroom. You got the ex-wife attempting to kill you in there. Then you walk in and your fiance's in bed with another woman. The hell if I want to sleep in that. But in any case, she finds her way back to Robin. I don't know if he calls her or she calls him for a late night meeting, or I don't know. All right. So Preston asked Danny what's going on, what's on your mind, and she asked a very good question. And I mean, it looks like she's finally communicating what's going on with her. She essentially just asked Preston, don't you think we should have more in common than just sex? That's a very valid question. But if you look at a lot of the early encounters, even in season 2 between Preston and Danny, more often than not, she's the one who just gets home from work, shut up, let's have sex, and that's it. So when they finally do talk about something, she gets bored because all he does is talk about cows and everything, and he just wants to be an attentive boyfriend and just say, well, hey, how was your day? What do you like? That kind of stuff. So Danny is asking a valid question. I just hope that her sarcasm and vanity doesn't ink its way into the conversation. I hope this is an open, honest conversation and they talk about their dynamic and if they are actually going to pursue a relationship. And there's the next scene where it looks like there's like a fancy dinner put together, candles and all. Danny's in a dress, but there's a note that Preston left, but I don't know what it says. I don't know if this is Preston saying that, hey, I heard you and I guess you're right. So then he just decides to leave. Did she put this fancy dinner together? I don't know. It definitely seems more like a Preston move, given that he's made meals and everything for pretty much the whole time they've been together. So we'll just have to wait and see. We get Q and Maurice in bed together. Q saying that he has something to tell Maurice, or something to something to tell him. And Maurice says, you need to get your ass out of here. So I don't know if he says this before or after, like if, let's say, they had sex or whatever. Maurice like, you need to get out of here. And then Q's like, wait, there's something I need to tell you. So I don't know exactly what he has to tell him, but I hope it isn't anything bad, like I have a disease or I stole this or, something along those lines. Because I know that I was talking with somebody and they were saying, what if this is a Alonzo ploy? You never know. This dude's connections run deep. So then we go over to, let's see. I wanted to save the Karen stuff for last, but we do have a brief scene between Sabrina and Calvin. Like, I honestly have no idea why he's over at her place. And she's like, look, I really like you a lot, but I think it's too soon. I'm guessing this is in regards to the relationship that Calvin asked Sabrina about in season 2, but she declined because of the rumor of him doing drugs. So it looks like they're about to go in for a kiss, but something tells me Jacoby's probably going to show up. You never know. But there's a scene where Karen's talking with Aaron, and I'm guessing this happens after the Zach scene. So Karen's speaking with Aaron about the fact that I think the pastor told him that he might have to leave the teaching group or whatever due to the fact that he had sex outside of a marriage. And as a result, he brings up, well, if we're married, it wouldn't be a problem if we had sex. And then Karen kind of chokes on her ice cream. They're like, what? So then we go over to, let's just say, the salon, because I'm thinking the order of operations is Zach gets off of work, he gets a suit and a Rolex, he goes over to the salon to speak with Karen, saying, I love you, Karen. It's like, I love you too, Zach. And obviously this is because he's over there handing the check off, but it looks like he's going in for a kiss, but I'm more inclined to believe this is him going for a cheek kiss or something like that. And I don't think it's like them having sex, due to the fact that I don't think that Karen goes home to eat ice cream until after she leaves the salon. That's my guess. And then from there, we got Fatima and Zach just chatting on the couch. And, you know, Fatima's telling Zach she isn't ready, but he says, don't deflect onto me that you're not ready. So it seems like they're definitely going to have a real conversation. It looks like that's what's going to be going down in this episode, Unlock It. I feel like the lock is going to be open, and all the things that have been unsaid will finally be said in order to move things forward into the back half of the season. Now, to be honest, I want to be completely honest here, to be real. This trailer definitely looked more like a season finale trailer than a mid-season finale trailer. And based on how things are moving into the story, it really feels like, and I'm not saying this in a negative way, I wouldn't be surprised if season 3 is declared the final season, because this freaking trailer looks so good. Like, wow, I guess things are kind of progressing to where we can wrap things up, and I'd see that. I mean, I'd love to see that. That way we're not pushing things too far and the show loses its luster. But I'm glad to see that things are really progressing. But here's my fear with that. Because the trailer looks so good, I just hope the back half of season 3 doesn't drag and we get a lackluster finale like season 2. Like, I will still never forgive how bad the season 2 finale was. Hopefully season 3 does it right, because I've said it before and I don't take back what I said. The first 9 episodes or so of season 3 haven't been all that good to begin with. So things seem to be turning around, but we'll just have to wait and see how things play out in a few days. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this trailer. And with that being said, I'll talk to you soon.